Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank my chairman, George Miller, for the great work that he has done. You know, this is a great day for national service. It's been 15 years since we have reauthorized our national service laws. As chairwoman of the Healthy Families and Communities Subcommittee, I am pleased to speak in support of H.R. 5563, the Generations Invigorating Volunteerism and Education Act, the GIVE Act. Unfortunately, this legislation hit a procedural hurdle last week, but I am glad the House will today have a chance, once again, to pass this important piece of legislation. The bill before us today incorporates the amendments that were accepted on the floor last week, including my manager's amendment and amendments offered by Representative McKinney, Matsui and Shays, Inslee, Sarbanes, McDermott, 3 amendments from Representative English, and 2 amendments from Representative Sutton. It also includes the language from the Republican motion to recommit. The administration and the service community support the GIVE Act. I would like to thank Chairman Miller again for his continued support and work on this reauthorization. I would also like to extend my thanks to the ranking member of our committee, Mr. McKeon, for his hard work. And finally, I would like to thank the ranking member of my subcommittee, Mr. Platts, for his work on the reauthorization. I would also like to thank again the staff on both sides of the aisle for their work on this important piece of legislation. National service has a distinguished and strong history in our nation. The benefits of service cannot be duplicated. Evidence shows that the service and volunteering lowers school dropouts and crime rates, lowers costs associated with the aging population, and improves the health among the elderly. Volunteering is a cost-effective way of working to solve the challenges facing our nation. That is why the passage of the GIVE Act is necessary. One of the most effective volunteer organizations in this nation is AmeriCorps. AmeriCorps volunteers offer a range of services focused on low-income and disadvantaged communities. Our legislation recognizes their invaluable work and increases the number of participants to 100,000. The GIVE Act also encourages programs to recruit underrepresented populations to serve, including scientists and engineers, young people in and or aging out of foster care, children at risk for delinquency, and other disadvantaged young people. I truly believe that expanding national service, particularly to disadvantaged youth, is an effective way to combat things like gangs and violence, and the evidence bears that out. If we are serious about reducing gang violence in this nation, we must take the first step and offer our children an alternative. This legislation creates a Summer of Service program, which gives middle school and high school students an opportunity to become engaged in a positive way within their community. Through the Summer of Service program, our nation's young people will have a chance to serve with others in their own age while improving their community. Research shows that if students are engaged in service at an early age, they will continue to serve throughout their lifetime. We are strengthening the mission of the First Responder Volunteer Program, the National Civilian Community Corps, requiring by more intense disaster emergency relief training during down periods in order to be better prepared for the future. We are all aware of what our nation faced in the wake of Hurricane Katrina, and the NCCC there was to respond and continues to recover today. The GIVE Act will help our nation become better prepared for future disasters by training and preparing more emergency volunteers. The GIVE Act creates a corporation and Office of Outreach and Recruitment. This new office, among other duties, will establish a Reserve Corps made up of those who have gone through the program and are alumni. The Reserve Corps alumni will be called upon during emergency disasters or other times of national need. We heard people asking over and over again during our hearings, why aren't we using our former members? The new outreach office will work to connect the over 500,000 former volunteers who can be a resource for the recruitment. The GIVE Act lowers the age of participation in the National Senior Service to 55 years age. By lowering the age, we are encouraging retiring Americans to participate in national service and giving older Americans the opportunity to lead us into the future. Our nation's retiring and retired adults are a rich resource that no one can duplicate, and nor should they be overlooked. Every American, old and young, has skills that can improve the day-to-day functions of our society. The GIVE Act encourages individuals to get involved, creates a deeper commitment to service, and makes our nation more like what it should be. I again want to thank Chairman Miller for his deep commitment to national service and Ranking Member McKeon and Congressman Platts for their work with us on this bipartisan activity. I do urge all of my colleagues to support this much-needed legislation. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.